Hello, hello, testing, testing. Man, it took a bit of a hassle to get in here. Michael saying, can you try it and get integrated with group pages? Yeah, let me write that down. But remember, guys, even if we don't integrate with any of the page builders with the API, you can always use the form code. How's it going, Michael from Colorado? Jeremy, how's it going? Mark from Seattle. Great to have you guys on here. I'll be starting here in the next minute or so. Ellen from Petersburg. How's it going, Ellen? Hey, I think I sent you over a prize the other day. Thanks for being on here again. Hi from Michigan. Don, Tony, Derek, Lynn, Charles. How's it going? Harry, the big dog, on here once again. Great to have you on here. John from Washington. ER from Thailand. Ooh, that sounds like a cool place to be at right now. Tampa. Tampa should be partying all weekend if they could. You guys got Tom Brady, you got Gronk. You guys will be a force to be reckoned with if the NFL opens this year. Herb from Pennsylvania. Perfect. Well, we can go ahead and just go ahead and jump right in and get this started. Today is session number 5 of the Sendiio QnA. Many of you have requested to do a SMS training, so that's what I'm going to do in this one. Okay, I'm going to try and walk you guys through every step of the process. And let me pull up the email that I sent so I can keep myself accountable. There's a few things that I do want to cover. I'm going to pretty much start from the top, show you guys how to, first of all, get connected with Twilio. And let's see, this one, perfect. Awesome. So I'm going to share some new updates, new integrations, how to get up and running with Twilio, how to set up an SMS campaign, how to have your leads opt in via texting into your number. I know many of you have been asking about that, and much, much more. And of course, some Q&A as well if you guys have questions as we're going through this. But I plan to be here probably for the next 60 to 75 minutes, depending on when my daughter wakes up, because she is taking a nap right now. And that's kind of how I've been structuring all my live sessions. If you guys have noticed, it's usually around 12:30 because that's when she's sleeping. And when she's awake, I like to be there since, right now we can't really do much. So it's a little extra effort to keep her entertained in the same, same area all day, every day without being able to go to the park or anything. She's been seeing the same backyard, the same front yard, the same house for the last month and a half. But either way, let's jump into this. So setting up Twilio. Now, first of all, give me a 5 in the chat box if you guys have already set up Twilio or you have. If you set up Twilio, put a 5, and if you haven't yet, put a 6. Oh, you can't see my screen. Well, that would help. Thank you for letting me know. There we go. Martin saying, are these sessions recorded and where can they be viewed, downloaded? Yes, so they are. You can go here to help, tutorials, webinar replays, and they are all in here. And I might have the developer move this tab, the tutorials tab, to its own tab so it can be easier to see. But yeah, if you go here, they're all pretty much broken down into the different sections. All right. So before we jump into how to actually set up, let's go through some of the updates, okay? One of the updates that I did send out, I believe a few weeks ago, was now you have the ability to reroute your text message replies. And overall, I mean, we did improve the reply system as well. So all of your replies now come into here. Okay, and you can actually manually reply to any of your replies within Sendiio. But you can also, if you come here to edit profile, you can reroute your text messages to any phone number you want to. So it says here, resend replies to, you put in your cell phone number, your VA cell phone number, whatever it may be, you can have your replies forwarded over to whatever phone number you put here, okay? So pretty cool option there that we had a request from one of the users since I believe he runs a nightclub bottle service. So he needs to be able to, communicate with his customers once they show up to the venue, and he needed to be able to get the replies directly to a phone number, the person working the front of the club. So we went ahead and added that, but we figured a lot of people can benefit from that, being able to get the text messages sent directly to any phone number that you'd like. So that is update number one. Another update is that we also added the reply support to groups as well. So this was something that I saw immediately, and I told the developer, no, we need to have this in there as well. So now SMS replies are supported in any of the groups as well. Now I don't have any replies in this group, so it doesn't show up. But now if you created a group for your client and they are getting replies specifically to their campaign, now it goes directly to their group, to their specific group. Okay, so before, it was all going to the main account, but obviously since everything is pretty much separate when you're creating groups and you want to keep it that way, we made sure that we built it so that if your replies are for your particular client, then it goes to their group. Let me see what else. I believe I have a list over here set up. All right, replies, the relay, the replies. We also improved it. This isn't about SMS, but it's about our tagging system for email. So we went ahead and improved this since I wanted to be able to tag people the moment that I add a new list. So when I'm creating a new list, you can now tag people. Oh, whoops, let me go back to my main account. When you're creating a new list, now you can add them to a tag right away. All right, so where is it? Oh, no, it's over here. No, let me see. Is it? No, it's over here under my list. If you go to my list, once you create the list, you can see over here it says synchronize with the tag. So that means that you can add, if I click on that, I'll be able to add them to any tag that I've created. All right, so let's choose this one as an example. It says new tag. So I'll be able to synchronize all the subscribers that are in that list to this tag, and then I can remove or keep existing tag subscribers. Okay, so if there's already subscribers in this tag, you can remove them or you can keep them so that they can get added to another tag already. Okay, now the reason that I wanted to be able to do this is so that I can do automation right from the beginning. Okay, so if I come in here and I add a new list and they are customers already, I can tag them right away. Or as an example, let's say that they're freebie subscribers, so they opted in to get a free gift. I can tag them right away as being a freebie subscriber, and then I can now move them around immediately from the moment that I add them into my list. Okay, so this was something that I requested because like I've said in previous sessions, I've been using our tagging system a lot to get better open rates and just better targeted emails sent to my subscribers. So if someone isn't opening a particular email, then I don't want to continue emailing them that if they're not opening it. And it also helps to improve the long-term reputation of my sending history pretty much, okay? Because I want to make sure that I'm emailing people that want to hear from me. So we added that as well. And let me check here since we have added quite a bit. Let me move that out of the way. We have so many updates. Some of them aren't really too relevant to talk about. All right, there's a few other ones that are, someone requested to add the unsubscribe link to the email headers. So now you can have that as well where it shows up in the top. But besides that, those were the few ones that I wanted to mention real quick. And now we can kind of jump into setting up Twilio, okay? So let's come over here and get this going. All right, let me go home so I can start from the very beginning. All right, and here you have several different projects. Anytime you create a new project, they'll show up here. So I have this one here, and I have this webinar demo one created, okay? Now, one thing that is very, very important is that you make sure your project is not set to trial mode. So I'm not sure if you guys can see this. Let me see if I can zoom in. All right, you see here it says trial. All right, next to webinar demo, it says trial. If I go back to Sendiio, it doesn't say trial. Okay, so whenever you're setting up Twilio, make sure that you create your account and you set it up completely with everything that they're asking for, okay? And the only difference between this one and the webinar demo one is the fact that this webinar demo, if I just reset this, it doesn't have a payment system connected to it, okay? So that's how you get your project off of trial mode, is to connect a payment source. And again, Twilio is not a monthly service. You don't pay monthly for it. You pay for it as you use it. So it's a pay as you go service, but you do have to have a payment system connected for that reason, okay? And if you don't, then your project is going to be stuck on trial mode until you do that, and your text messages will not be sent. They won't be delivered. So make sure you get it off of trial mode. That is number one. Number two as well, if you are using Twilio for international places or a different country or your own country, you have to make sure that your account is activated for that particular country, okay? So if I come over here back to Sendiio, the Sendiio project, okay, I can come to settings. Let's come over here, programmable SMS. Come down here to settings. All right, and under here, you can see it says geo permissions, okay? And let me do that one more time for you guys, all right? So you're gonna come over here to the right-hand side, to the left-hand side. Let me go to the back home, okay? So I can start from the beginning. You're gonna come, so here I am on the dashboard. You're gonna come here and choose programmable SMS. It's not letting me choose it anymore. So you go here, then you go programmable. You want to make sure you're in programmable SMS, and then all the way at the bottom, where it says settings, you're going to go to geo permissions, okay? If my internet wants to catch up to me. Jack is saying you can't hear anything. Give me a 2 in the chat box if you guys can hear me okay. Martin is saying, what does a tag mean? I'll cover that here in a second. So programmable SMS, you're going to come down here to the bottom to settings, and here where it says geo permissions, you want to make sure that the country that you're going to be working in is selected. Okay, so you can see here I have every country selected. But if you're not going to be doing in any country, then you can just select the ones that you are working in, okay? So that's pretty much how you do. You can also search by name, but you want to make sure that you are selecting the country that you're going to be processing or sending out text messages for. If not, it will not go through, okay? So very important. And we figured this out again when I was working with a customer that was trying to process his campaigns in the UK, and for some reason we're like, why isn't this working? Why isn't this working? And then the whole time, the UK wasn't even selected as a country in his account. Okay, so make sure that if you're working in your own country, to make sure that you have that selected. All right. So those are two very important things that you want to make sure you have, because if not, you're going to run into some headaches. You're going to think your Twilio connection isn't working because your text messages aren't being delivered. And for the most part, it's going to be because of those two things. Number one, your account is stuck on trial mode, or number two, you're in a country where your account isn't set to have permissions for that country. Okay. So let me cover Martin's question real quick. So what is a tag? So pretty much a tag is the ability for you to create sub lists within your main list, as an example. Okay, so let me show you a real world scenario. So here I am in my broadcast page. And sorry, my internet is going real slow. All right, so here is my broadcast page. Okay, so here, this is a campaign that I sent out earlier this morning. You can see there's been 600 people that have opened it. If I want to go ahead and tag these 600 people, I can go to stats. I can go to opened. And if I clicked email to all opened, pretty much I'm going to be able to create a small list of these 666 people that have opened this email. So pretty much I'm creating a small subgroup of people that I know for sure have opened the campaign for this email. So I know they are interested in, at the very least, the subject line that I sent out for this campaign. So that gives me a much more targeted audience. The fact that I know they're opening my emails, all right? And that's going to, over time, allow me to build more targeted lists, okay? Because these are people that I know are opening it, all right? And if I go to click, that's an even more hyper-targeted subscriber, because now not only have they opened the email, but they've also clicked the email. So I'm pretty much segmenting my list, because look, I emailed 18,000 people. Obviously, not all 18,000 people are going to open this email, okay? So what I'm gonna do in a couple of days, or maybe even tomorrow, I'm gonna go back to this my broadcast, because I've emailed all 18,000 of these people twice already about this with this promotion. So obviously there's probably about 7 to 10% of the people that have opened that email. So let me see exactly how much it is now. Okay, so yeah, so here yesterday I had an issue with my server, so this campaign kind of got messed up, because anyone that was clicking on it was going nowhere. But either way, 1,400 people opened that email, and then you can see here I sent out another email notifying them that my server had been fixed. Another 1,500 people opened that email, and if I click on the remail, you can see here another 755 people open that email. So in total, it looks like there's about 3,700 people, 3,800 people that have opened this email out of 18,000. I'm reaching about 30. What was it? What did I just say? 3,800 people that have shown an interest in this campaign that I'm sending out. So what I'm going to do for my follow-up is I'm just going to email those 3,800 people, because those are the people showing interest in this promotion. So I know that now in my next email, that 3,800 people are going to get a much better open rate, especially if I make the subject line a lot closer to this one, make it relevant to this one, because I know they're interested in that. Okay, so that's a very long-winded answer to your question, Martin. Okay. Ahmed is saying, please explain synchronize with a tag again. Okay. When you're adding a new list here, obviously those subscribers haven't done anything on your account. You haven't emailed them yet. You haven't done anything to them. Okay. So they're a brand new list that you have added in here. And you have to obviously email them first to start, being able to tag them and do things like that. However, I wanted to be able to tag them right from the beginning, right from the moment that I add them to a list. Okay, so that I can be able to move them around based on what's happening, with what they're doing from the very beginning when I add them to my list. So if I come here to add broadcast, I'll show you what my thinking is with using the synchronize with a tag. Okay, so the moment I add a new list, I'm going to synchronize them and tag them right away. Okay, and then when I select them to, let's say I'm emailing this list of people, let's say they're already tagged from the moment that I added them to a list. What I can do from that point forward, since they're already tagged before I even email them for the first time, I can do further automation with our tagging system. Okay, so they're already tagged with the first synchronization that I did. And then here, when I go to email them for the first time, I can go ahead and add them to an additional tag and remove them from the tag that I just added. Okay, so let's say that these are people that, I'll just tag them as new subscriber. Okay, and then I'll immediately add them to an open tag. So I'll, let's say that I have one in here called global opened. Okay, so I have one running list that everyone that opens an email gets added to this list. Okay, so for example, I'll add these new subscribers to this list, and then I'll remove them from the one that I just tagged them with when I synchronize them. Okay, and that's going to allow me to start removing the inactive subscribers. So if there are inactive subscribers in that new list that I just added, I want to start removing them. Okay, so I know that from the moment I email them, the people that are opening are being added to this tag and they're being removed from the tag that I just added. And then in my second email to them, I can start emailing based on the tags and then emailing something else to the original tag. Okay, and I'm probably confusing the heck out of you guys, but pretty much for me, being able to tag them right away allows me to do further kind of segmenting based on the first email that I sent them, because I want to be able to start tagging people immediately and know who's opening, who's not opening, and then I can try something. I can try sending an email, a different type of email to people that are not opening, and then I can continue sending the same kind of email to the people that are opening, so that I can get more people to be opening my emails. Okay, because for some reason or another, the subject line that I've sent out didn't catch their attention. So I want to know if something else catches the attention of the people that are not opening, because I already know that the people that are opening are interested in the subject line. Okay, so pretty much if I come over here to my list, let me just show you that again. You can synchronize with a tag. You can add them to any tag that you already have created. You can see I have a ton of tags. Okay, so I'm using the tagging system like crazy, like I said, because I mean, I truly want to be able to email just people that are opening my emails that want to hear from me. All right, so again, another long-winded answer. Perfect. Alan says, just totally get it. Perfect. All right. Francis is saying, I have Sendiio and Meetvio. What is the promo? We're not doing any promo on this. This is just a simple Q&A. Gus is saying, what does this mean when I want to broadcast or even delete a broadcast? Sorry, you can't delete this broadcast because it's child broadcast. Please delete the child broadcast first. Yeah, so a child broadcast is the resend. Okay, so if I come to my broadcast, great question, Gus. If I come to my broadcast, say you want to remove a broadcast from your campaign, this one here, you can see here, if I try to click on it, this is probably what you're asking about. Sorry, you can't delete this broadcast because it has child broadcast. Please delete the child broadcast first, okay? The child broadcast is this one here, okay? Since it was a resend of this one. So I have to first delete this one, and you can see this one's red, And the moment that I delete this one, then I'll be able to delete this one. Okay. So the child broadcast is pretty much the automatic resend. RD is saying we need a training on email. Yeah, so I mean, I've already done a few of them on email. I think I've done 2 live sessions on email, and then we started getting a lot of requests for SMS and the Facebook Messenger. Since the email side has so many options, I think I spent 2, maybe 3 sessions talking about email. And then there were a lot of people saying, okay, can we talk about SMS and Facebook Messenger now? So I was hoping to make this one more about SMS. So I'll get back to that now and show you guys how to set it up and show a few more things about that. And Walter's saying, are these Q&A available for later in the dashboard? Yes. So again, I think I'm going to make this easier and move this tutorials tab to just above the help tab so that you guys can see it a little bit better. But you can see here, if you go under help, then you go under tutorials, all the way at the bottom, you can see the webinar replays. Okay, and all the ones that we've done are in there. Perfect. So where were we? We were in the SMS settings. Okay, so we've taken our account off of trial mode. We've selected the countries that we're going to be promoting in. Now let's go back to the dashboard. Okay, and you want to make sure you stay in programmable SMS. All right. And here you can see here it says show API credentials. So I'm going to go ahead and click on that. And you can see it popped up right there in the middle. Okay. I don't know if you guys noticed that, but it pops up right here. And here's the account SID, and here is the auth token. Okay, I'm not gonna show that, but pretty much when you have these 2 numbers, that's what you need to connect your Twilio account. So you come here to edit profile, you go to the bottom, and here is your account SID and the auth token, your phone number that you use. So to get a phone number, you come over here to let me see, I think it's settings, general, no, not there. Let me see. Sometimes I get so confused inside of Twilio. They have so many different, here we go. So phone numbers. All right, so you have to click on the this settings option, click phone numbers, activate active phone numbers, and then you can purchase one here. Okay, so you can buy one depending on which country you're in. Okay, you can select the phone number that you want. You can search by digits or phrases. Okay, and the capabilities, you want to make sure you select SMS. All right, so that you can work for SMS. Obviously, we're not using fax. Can't believe some people still have fax. Okay, you could, I believe if you leave it on any, you can do that as well. Okay, you can just leave it on any and it'll still work just as fine. And if you click search, the available phone numbers will show up and you can see you can buy them for $1 a month. Click buy, and then you're good to go. Okay. Once you buy that phone number, it'll be added to this account where you go to manage phone numbers. And you can see here, this number here is the same one that's in my account with the country code included. Okay, you do have to make sure that your country code +1, which is the US country code 315-232-6773, that matches that phone number there. Okay. And here you can have, so once you have all those 3 things there, you have a sending delay. This, if you want, if you're a very if you're a big power user, you do want to have maybe between 1 to 3 seconds of a delay sent so that Twilio doesn't start throttling you. And then SMS replies, you either enable them or disable them, and we already talked about this, being able to forward the replies anywhere you'd like. Okay, once you're done doing that, you click save, and your Twilio setting account settings were saved. Okay, so does everyone understand how that works? Was there anything that I talked too quickly about that kind of confused you? Derek is saying, why would people not have fax? I mean, I don't even know if you can still buy fax machines. I mean, everything is so digital now that anytime someone asks me to fax them something, is like, can I just email you? I can I have a scanner. I can scan everything and send it to you. Derek, it's $1 a month. Well, it depends on. It depends. Sometimes it's between $1 to I think $3 a month. Right. I think the more premium numbers are a little bit more expensive. Perfect. Derek is saying have to watch the replay. Walter's saying a little fast. Okay, I'll do it one more time. Okay, so the first thing you're gonna do is obviously buy a phone number. So come here to phone numbers. You can either click here buy a phone number, or you can click the red button here. Select the country that you're working in. You can here search by a phrase. So and that's probably where it's going to get a little bit more expensive. So if you want to get a specific number or a specific phrase, then this is where you type that in. If it doesn't matter to you, then you can just click search and it'll show you all the available phone numbers that you can purchase. Okay. You click on buy, you go through that process. And once you have your phone number, then you go back to the programmable SMS page. You click over here to show API credentials here in the top right. Okay, hopefully you guys can see this, top right. And then that's gonna pop this up. You copy both of those numbers, you bring it to your account, SID here, the auth token here, the phone number you just bought here with the country code included. And then you can fill these out depending on if you want a sending delay, if you want your replies, and if you want your replies forwarded somewhere else. Okay, now if you're just jumping on, make sure you catch the replay because I did cover that you do have to make sure your account is off of trial mode. So here, if I go back to the webinar demo one, you'll see that it says trial right next to it. The reason it says trial is because there is no payment source tied to this project. Okay. The moment that I connect a payment system to this particular project, it will come off of trial mode. Okay, and all I got to do is click on upgrade project here, and I'll be able to get that off of trial mode. So you can see here your project is in trial mode. Upgrade now to buy phone numbers, publish your app in the gallery, and take over the world. So I do have to click upgrade now, and we're good to go. Trial mode also. The other thing you want to make sure you do is you select the country codes that you're working in. Okay, so if you are working in a different country, make sure that your account is activated for that country. If not, your text won't be delivered. All right, so we have that set up. Let me come over here to, let me make sure I'm not forgetting anything I kind of had of. All right, off of trial mode, the international SMS options, connecting, perfect, now we're good. All right, just want to make sure that I had a kind of a small little agenda written here on this other screen. Now that we have that set up, we can create an SMS campaign. Okay, so the first thing to do is to create a list. So we're going to add a list. Number webinar demo. From this point forward, things get a little easier. That is the Twilio part is the most technical part of the whole setup process. From this point forward, things get a lot easier. So description, we'll do webinar demo. Phone numbers, here's where you can add all the different phone numbers that you have. Now it is important that you have the country code. So we'll do 305-999-9999. 305-888-8888. All right, you can also import phone numbers and you can see receive subscription notifications. I'm gonna go ahead and create. And that's it. You can see here, this has been created. Now, many of you have asked how you can have people subscribe to your list by texting your phone number, okay? So that phone number that I just purchased, if I come over here back to phone numbers, so this is my Twilio phone number, okay? You can have people text you at this phone number and opt into your list, okay? Instead of having them go to a page and um, you know, opt in manually, okay? So the way to do that is, and let me pull up a Google Doc so I can show you on the screen. They have to text the word subscribe and then the list ID, okay? If my Google Docs wants to open up. Ken is saying resend replies too. Can you make it available on their groups? Yeah, I covered that earlier, Ken. That's already available. So replies are activated for groups as well. Agnes is asking for phone numbers. Do we have to put in plus country code? Yes. Yes, you have to include the country code. Ken is saying make SMS text work with spin tags. I've had experience with this. You will end up getting filtered out by carriers because sending the same message to too many people. This is the case when you send out, even when you're rotating through. Okay. Okay, Ken, if you can send that over to our support desk, I think you might have been the one that suggested being able to rotate through phone numbers as well. So, yeah, send that over and we'll see if we can add spin tags to the texting field. But where are we? Okay, so this is the phone number. So you tell people to text, subscribe, and then the list ID, okay? So if I wanted someone to opt into this list that I just created, I'll just tell them, hey, look, text the word subscribe. Oops, let me make that a little, there we go. Subscribe 3104, text that to this number, and you'll be added to my SMS list so I can keep you up to date with my, whatever, with my business, with my service, whatever it may be. So if you're on the road, be like, hey, look, text the word subscribe to this ID number, and you'll be able to get added to my list, okay? So that's how you can get someone to subscribe to your list from their phone. If you're out and about, you can subscribe. Obviously, it'll be a bit of a headache to kind of remember this, but it's 4 digits, depending on how many have these have one, but then you can see we've had many people creating SMS lists, so the number is growing. But if worst case you ever forget the ID, you can, Sendiio is mobile friendly, so you can always log into Sendiio from your phone and look at the ID and have them text that in, okay? So that's how you get someone to subscribe to your list by sending in a text. Ken, okay, so I will talk with Eugene and make sure that it does get added as an option, okay? Mike is saying, is there a place? Man, a lot of people are asking about that. I thought I sent that out. So my mistake. I guess I'll send out an email letting you guys know that the webinar replays are right here under help, tutorials, webinar replays, right here at the bottom. I think I've seen like 5 people asking if they are available. All right, perfect. Okay, so there we go. That's how you set up Twilio. We covered how to subscribe to a list. Now let's create a campaign. Okay, so for SMS, we added a list, broadcast, add broadcast. And when it comes to SMS, it's probably the easiest to create broadcast because you can't really format a text. So it's all based on just pretty much the written word without any formatting at all. Name, we'll do webinar broadcast. The list, we'll do webinar demo. And here's where obviously where the content goes. Now another update that we actually added this several months ago is SMS counter. So this pretty much tells you when you've passed the amount of characters that are allowed in one SMS. Okay. Now, if I just keep typing, you'll see right there it turns into 2. All right, let me go back. Oh, it turned into 2 a while ago, and I didn't notice. There we go. All right. So you're allowed 159 characters before your SMS gets turned into 2 SMS. All right. So this is going to help you to obviously save some money if you're, sending out text messages. And it's also going to make you be a lot more effective. Okay. So that you can try and keep your text messages concise, to the point, and just get people to take action. Okay. And that should be the point of all your marketing. All your marketing should be to get people to take action. So the last thing you want is to send such a long message that it looks like, like the person is arguing with their significant other. So when you're being sent a long paragraph, SMS marketing should be short, sweet, to the point, and again, have that call to action. Okay. But we did build this in so that you guys can know when your message might be getting a little too long, and also remember you get charged per text message sent. So the moment that it crosses over to number 2, you're sending 2 text messages, okay, in one campaign. All right, and if you're sending that to 100 phone numbers, it counts it as 200 messages instead of 1, even though it's 1 message that you're sending out. Once it gets split into 2, that's double. You're paying double for that campaign. All right. So obviously you have the options to run it immediately or schedule it for the future. So I'll schedule this for 16:15. Click add, and now that campaign has been added. Okay, and here once it's sent, I'll be able to see all the stats. So if I click on this one, you'll see delivered, sent, delivered, undelivered, failed, clicked, all that stuff. Okay, so if people are clicking on your links, you'll be able to track that as well. That is creating an SMS broadcast. Sequences, it's pretty much exactly the same. Okay, so you have the option here to use existing list SMS or new list SMS. And this is pretty much the same concept when using email. Okay, if you want to make sure you cover both, then you have to create 2 sequences. Okay, you have to create one for the existing list SMS, and then you have to pretty much clone it and create one for a new list SMS. So if I already have people in that list, I'll create one for them, for the people that are already on the list, and I'll select them. And it's the same thing here, okay? SMS number 1. All right, and then I can add another SMS. You can see now it's SMS number 2. Same thing, the SMS counter is here, so you guys can ensure that you're sending just 1 SMS. And then you can add as many as you'd like. Okay, there goes SMS number 3. And then the interval, so how many days you want to pass in between each one before the next one gets sent. So that's completely up to you. The preferable days, so if the client that you're doing this for or your particular business pretty much works from Monday through Friday, you can go ahead and select just Monday through Friday and not send anything on the weekends. Or if your business is mostly through the weekends, so example, if you're working with a lawn company or something where a lot of things happen in the weekend, so if it's a I don't know, a paddle boarding service or something where you're more busy time is the weekend, then you can just select Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Or if you're running a particular promotion, whatever it may be, you have full control over this. And then your preferable hours, obviously you don't want to be texting people at 3, 4 in the morning. So you can do from 9 a.m. to maybe, I don't know, 9 p.m. Okay, from 9 to 9, so that you're not, disrupting people too early or too late in the afternoon. So it's too late at night. You can click save sequence, and now that sequence has been created, okay? And then you'll be able to view each of the emails. Excuse me, this should say text, not email. But view each of the texts that you set up, and I'll get our developer to update this. And then once they start being sent, you can check out the stats for those. All right. Now, when it comes to forms, you can create a form specifically for just phone numbers. Okay. And if I do webinar demo, you can have people redirected to a URL after they subscribe. You can include obviously the name as a title, and you can include the field name. Create form, and trust me, I'm still working on this. And we added this here as well, so that you can get better phone numbers. So this help text, you can see it says your phone number with country code included, and I have an example there. Done editing, and now that form has been created. You can enable tag automations for your phone number subscribers as well. I'm going to go ahead and remove that for now. Click save. And now we can take this HTML code and integrate it with any page builder and start collecting phone numbers. All right. There was one thing I wanted to cover as well that came to me. It was an update. Oh, yes. So completely random thought. There was an update that we also added. But when creating a list, it just came to me like a lightning bolt. So I want to cover it before I forget. When you are doing double opt-in, we now have a custom subscribed URL. Okay, so you can redirect them after they subscribe, and then you can also use a custom successfully subscribed page. Okay, so you can, instead of using this, which I covered before, where you can customize the subscription page, instead of using that, you can now redirect them anywhere you want. So instead of using our kind of templated custom page, you can redirect them to any URL on your own domain once they are double opting in and confirming the opt-in. Okay, so just wanted to get that there since it came to me just now. There. So we covered pretty much everything for SMS. So we connected it. We took your account off trial mode. We selected countries. We created a list. We created broadcast sequence forms, and I covered SMS replies as well. Okay, so SMS. Oh, let me cover the bot replies. So SMS replies. This is something new that we added as well, being able to reply directly from within Sendiio to the replies that come into your account. Okay, and the bot replies, this is very good for keyword-based replies. So if you are running a promo and you tell, hey, text the word promo to, the phone number, whatever your phone number is, 315-232-6773, text the word promo for a 10% off of our services for this weekend. And then once that person texts that word in, you can reply with, hey, thanks for your interest in our promo. You can use the coupon code webinar to get your discount. Our order page is here. Okay, you put the link, click add, and now anyone that, oh, I've already created a coupon with that as well. So let me remove coupon and put promotion. Click add, and there we go. So now anytime someone replies with the word promo or the word promotion, this gets sent to them automatically. And obviously I can't create more than one keyword bot reply for the same keyword because, you know, it's for that particular keyword. Okay. So that's it. That's the bot reply system, and pretty much that's the SMS system in its entirety. Okay, very simple, very powerful features that we built into this. Okay, and if at any point you guys have any issues or trouble, we have complete tutorials for SMS where I pretty much cover everything that I just covered, well, a good portion of what I just covered in this webinar. And the webinar replay, this replay will be here on this page. Okay. Derek is saying you said it was $1 a month. Yeah, so the pricing for the phone numbers are here. So I click add. You'll be able to see the price before you buy. Here you go. So see, these are monthly fees. And they probably won't show me one that's more than $1 since I didn't put any filter parameters. But some of them are a little more expensive depending on the phone number that you're getting. Ray MacArthur is saying your support is outstanding. Thank you, Ray. We are definitely doing our best. Ugly is saying, can we add an image in the SMS to make it an MMS? Great question. I'm not really too sure about that. Has anyone tried sending an, well, you can't, in the, when you're creating a broadcast, there is no ability to add an image within Sendiio. So that is definitely a no, but maybe we can add that ability in there, but you will have to make sure that when you're setting up your phone number, that your phone numbers do support MMS. But yeah, let me get that added. I'll write that down now. MMS support for text. And remember, guys, if you guys have any suggestions, send them into our support desk and we'll do our best to get them added. Let me write down, I think it was Ken's option 2, spin text. All right. Navaratnam is asking, can I use these phone numbers for YouTube verifications? I don't see why not. Yeah, I mean, they receive text messages, so I don't think you can receive phone calls. So yeah, I don't see why you wouldn't be able to. Fernando saying video texting. Okay, perfect. So let me add that as well. Video texting. No, we do not have that support at the moment. RD is saying if you add an MMS, I believe you're saying that you can send coupons, right? Yeah, so I'm assuming that you're asking about sending a coupon as an MMS message. That's a great strategy. Charles is saying, thanks, I missed a lot in the prior tutorials. Yeah, we've covered a lot in these Q&A sessions. The first few of them were all about email. So if you come here to webinar replays, you'll see here a lot of these are for email, okay? So there's how many of it? I think 5 of them in here so far. All right. Harry is saying your next workshop should be basic tagging strategies. I actually did one where I talked all about tagging. I believe it was this one, number 3. One of these I talked a lot about tagging. Could have been this one. Not sure. But I mean, I spent a whole session on tagging. Yeah, maybe you can Henry is saying maybe you can include the SMS character count to your bot reply feature also. Is it not in there? Let me see. Oh, good catch. Well, good catch on there, Henry. See, bot reply character counter. All right. Thank you for pointing that one out. Michelle is saying, can you use this phone number for other places? Yeah, you can use this is an actual phone number. You can receive, you can see as voice, depending on if you buy it with voice capable and the capabilities, SMS capable and MMS capable. Yeah, you can use these as a permanent phone number. Like if you want people to call you there and it forwards to your cell phone number, you can definitely do that. Fernando saying, what is the difference between using Lion Desk and Twilio? I'm not really familiar with Lion Desk, and we're not integrated with Lion Desk, so I'm not really sure. Gregory saying, I have a question about Sendiio Elite. Is this a monthly subscription program or is it a one-time charge? Also, is there a separate support desk email for the Elite program? Yeah, so our Elite system is a monthly program since you are connecting to our SMTP servers, and the support is the same. So you can send in a ticket to support@samuraiblogger.com. Walter saying this was super helpful. Awesome. Glad you enjoyed it. Benjamin is saying, hi, I joined late. I purchased Page Dino product, but can't find your bonus video. It's on the same bonus page. So if you didn't get here, let me see if I can send it to you now. If I can remember where I published it. But yeah, it's on the same page. I filmed that video a couple of days after I published the original bonus page. So I just went back and edited the original page. So if you already have that link, then you can go directly to that, refresh, and it should be on there. Francis is saying, do you have anything to do with MailView or KaiView? No, I do not. I know Neil though, but no, he has his own programs. I have my own. Steven is saying, what is support? So let me put that into the chat box. It's simple email. So I try to simplify our support as simple as possible. So if you just send an email to this address, we'll be there. And Yuri is the most likely the first point of contact you'll see on there. And he's in the same office as the developer. So I did that on purpose. I had the developer hire someone for support and make sure that they were in the same office so that if anything goes wrong, boom, the support and the programmer are pretty much, well, right now they're not sitting next to each other because of everything that's going on right now. But usually when things are normal, support and developer are sitting pretty much right next to each other. Larry is saying, how much is Sendiio Elite? So we did release two packages, one for 57 a month and one for 67 a month. I'll post the link in the chat box now and you guys can see it. I think that's the right link. Should be the right link. Daryl saying support is awesome. Thank you very much. Fernando saying, can we use or integrate Magic Funnels with Sendiio? Yes, Magic Funnels is integrated. So lately we've had a few new integrations. Yeah, I forgot that I was going to cover that as well. So we've integrated with Page Dino that many of you have picked up. So I sent you guys an email for that. So this is Page Dino. We integrated with them. Okay. Many of you picked this up. So this is one of the new integrations. Magic Funnels as well. I didn't really send it out to you guys. Let me see what the login is. I know I logged into it the other day. But yeah, Magic Funnels is integrated. Let me try to look up the login real quick. And I couldn't really send out Magic Funnels as a promotion since I believe it launched the same day that I scheduled the Page Dino promotion. So didn't want to really bombard you guys too much. Let me see, I'm trying to find the login for Magic Funnels. And we have a cool one coming up this next week, which is pretty much pageless list building, which is pretty cool. And I'll be sending you guys an email for that. So keep an eye on that. Trying to find the login. Give me 1 second. Here we go. One second. Logging into this now. Ah. There we go. So this is Magic Funnels. And let me show you guys the one that's coming up, which will allow you to, and you can see here inside of Magic Funnels, here you go, Sendiio, so you can connect. You can see mine is connected, so the API token, the API secret, and then you'll be able to use Magic Funnels with Sendiio as well. Fernando was saying, can you see my bonus for one-page profits? Yes, so let me post that to you guys now. I did put together a pretty cool bonus for that one as well. Let me actually trying to find the other one that's coming up. It's by Omar Martin. And it's pretty cool because you guys will be able to create it's pretty much you'll be able to get people on your list without having to use an opt-in form. We're pretty much going to be clicking on a Facebook Connect button, but oh, here it goes. Let me see. But not just that, they'll be able to share that page on their profile, and you'll be able to pretty much get organic traffic by doing so. Okay. And if you guys see, he did it very cool where the image pretty much catches a lot of attention. So if my internet wants to catch up. So this is all you have to do to be able to use this new system. So it's called Viral Traffic Boost. And this button, boom, your visitors will see that. It'll pop up the Facebook. My internet is going really slow today. All right, I'm gonna close that out. But either way, I'll be creating a review video about this and showing you guys how it works. But pretty much, once my internet catches up, you'll be able to click this, and this is all that your traffic is gonna see. So you'll be able to get a lot better conversions because they don't have to opt in or anything. They just have to click. They click that other screen that pops up for Facebook, then they can share the page. But the moment they click this and they click confirm on Facebook, boom, they're added to your list and you're getting the verified email. So I'm pretty sure that 99.9%, well, or 100% of people have to use a good, valid email to sign up for Facebook. So you're getting verified emails when you're using this system. Okay, so those are the three new integrations that I've been able to work out. So Page Dino, Magic Funnels, and Viral Traffic Boost. This one's coming out next week. If not, a few days from now, if I'm not mistaken, maybe on Monday or Tuesday. But there was one more that someone asked me about. Oh, the One Page Profits by Brendan. Yeah, I sent that out. Let me show you here. I'll get you this link now. This is one of my favorite features. It's so simple, but being able to see the emails that I've sent out and published online. Here, let me get this to you. It's a pretty cool bonus. Here you go, Fernando. Just send it to you. Okay. Daryl saying I had a sequence set up from 6 to 6 for the longest. Should have been 6 to 8. Yeah. Oh, yes. Yes. Good way to point that out. So, yeah. So it's military time. So when I put 9 to 9, it should have been 9 to 18. Good way to. Thank you for pointing that out. So when I was setting up that schedule, instead of 9, when I put 9 a.m. to 9 p.m., it should have been 9 a.m. to 1800. So, yeah. Good call. Or 9 to 20. Yeah, 9 to 21. Sorry. Alondra saying I got Convertri, didn't get any bonus. I don't think I offered a bonus for Convertri. I mean, Andrew put together so many awesome bonuses for that there wasn't really anything I could do. I think he doubled the amount of pages you can do. I mean, everything. He doubled everything, and I was the last one to run it at the price that we ran it at. I mean, I couldn't even get you inside of it, even if I tried, because he increased his prices already. I was literally the last person to be able to run that promotion that he has. But that's it, guys. It's 1:40. I believe my daughter should be waking up here in the next 5 to 10 minutes. Usually she doesn't sleep more than an hour and 45 minutes to 2 hours. But yeah, today has been fun. We covered a lot for Twilio. We covered updates. We covered new integrations. I've got more integrations in the works as well. So keep your eyes on your emails for that. Even when I don't send you a promotion for a new integration, they're happening. Like I said, I sent you the promotion for Page Dino, but I wasn't able to send out the Magic Funnels one because, again, it was just too many. I think these were both integrated in the same week. So, I don't really like to bombard you guys too much, but there's integrations happening, and I still have the plan to put in here an integrations page. I just haven't gotten around to it. I'm just too focused on trying to get them integrated. But yeah, I'm going to be working to get a page in here that has all the integrations so far. But besides that, thank you for all of you that joined us on here. Well, joined me, not joined us. And yeah, keep an eye on the email. I'll definitely probably be holding another session of this either next week or the week after. But besides that, everyone stay safe, and I will talk to you guys soon.